I'm your host, Lincoln Whitlock, and each week we will bring to you any and all interesting camera footage we can find. This week's video comes from Mississippi, the swamps of Mississippi to be exact, and you're not going to want to miss it. We are going to be trying to identify this creature. But before we do that, let me give a little backstory. So this video was taken by a man who was out hunting feral hogs on his property. It took place around 6 p.m., the time the hogs usually come out. He walks through the woods with all his gear, gets to his regular spot, sits down, and happens to hear a noise about 50 yards away. He looks up to notice a big, muscular creature covered by black hair. He was crouched by a dead cypress tree. He carefully watched it, then whipped out his cell phone to start filming. The man has lived on this property for years, and he knew what he was looking at was definitely something that he had never seen before in those woods. Now, let's take a look at this video. Okay, here's the creature in question, the big dark object in the center of the screen. It's not the best video because it's filmed from a cell phone. One of the strangest parts of the video is coming up right here. He rips that piece of bark off or branch like a human. And coming up in a second, he either throws something or pushes something in the water. Boom, right there. You hear the splash. So as you can see, he's just kind of bent over there, either burying something or digging for something. And he kind of pops up, rips off some more branches or bark. Okay, in a few seconds, we're going to see this creature stand up. And I want you to pay attention to the way he does it. He doesn't just use his back. He uses his legs like a human would, standing up out of a crouch position. And boom. What is that? So yeah, that was the Mississippi video submission. Let's rewind it and look at some key parts. Okay, here's the first clip when he rips that piece of bark off and then it eventually falls in the water. You can hear and see the splash. I mean, what is this thing? And this next clip is particularly telling. Look at the way this creature stands up. He doesn't hinge his back, he uses his legs and stands up. What is that? Okay, one more time. Yeah, so I'm at a bit of a loss. Let me know what you guys think. Study it, analyze it, do a deep dive, and let me know in the comments what you guys think this thing could be. And especially if you've had any interactions with a creature that looks something like this. I would love to hear about it. But stick around now for some amazing trail cam captures from around the world. Okay, so I know I'm supposed to tell you I saved the best for last to entice you to watch the entire video. And there are some awesome ones at the end of this. But this one, I think, is my favorite because of the backstory. So a gentleman had set up a trail camera, not looking for anything in particular, he just wanted to see the wildlife that was on his property. And he got some good stuff, nothing too out of the ordinary. It wasn't until he checked another one of his trail cams nearby that he kept getting this strange image popping up. Now in the picture, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see the outline of the deer. However, the submitter says that this particular deer always shows up solo and always has this transparent look when on camera. And he often sees other regular normal deer. It's been dubbed the ghost deer for now, but I'd love to know what you guys think is going on here. This next trail cam capture is really cool. I love to see how animals adapt to their surroundings. Okay, here we have some local coyotes running off an outsider. Notice how quiet it is. Urban coyotes have learned to be silent or they'll be hunted down. After the battle, the outsider leaves to find a different spot. This next trail cam still captures a doe running through the woods. At first glance, you can see that there's something wrong with her face. My initial thought was maybe that she was hit by a vehicle or that a hunter shot her and didn't finish her off. And when you zoom in, you can really see that the face is elongated. But ultimately, when you switch the resolution from low to high, you can zoom in and really see that she's running and it's her tongue that's sticking out. Which is a little odd for a deer to be caught on camera like that, but I would indicate that she's been running for a while. And when you see the next clip, you'll know why. Someone's dog has taken up chase. And unfortunately, we don't know the outcome of the chase. We'll just choose to believe that the deer got away. This next trail cam capture comes from Idaho, where a gentleman was building on his property. He kept seeing big cat-like footprints, so he put up a trail camera. And obviously he got more than he bargained for. Our last trail cam picked up some cranes walking through the woods, which isn't typically their habitat. It makes me wonder if they're just migrating to a different location, or something has pushed them deep into the woods. Alright guys, that'll do it for this week's episode. Thank you all for tuning in, and as always, like, subscribe, but also let's start a conversation in the comments. I would love to know what you guys think about all of these trail cam videos.